This is a game called Coup. Coup is set in a dystopian universe or dystopian future. I'm not sure exactly what the premise is. I think you're basically people all trying to take over the government and competing for a spot at the top of the government. Not totally sure, but basically it's a fun game involving bluffing, lying, trying to kill each other. What's going to happen on this game is everyone is going to get 2 coins to start the game, and everyone's going to get 2 cards face down. Each of these cards represents a different role you could potentially have during the game. On your turn, you're going to declare the role of one of these cards, and then you're going to do an action that corresponds to that role. So you have a card right here that spells out all the roles and all the different things they could do. So for example, I could say, I have the Duke, and that would mean I take 3 coins from the middle of the pile. Now, the key thing to this is what roles you have are face down. So nobody knows whether you're telling the truth or not, and you could lie and say you're something that you're actually not. If nobody decides to challenge you, then you get away with it. But if somebody says they want to challenge you, then you have to prove that you were telling the truth or pay the consequences. So if they challenge you, if you said you were the Duke and you flip over a card revealing that it is the Duke, they're going to get the penalty. So everyone's got 2 cards that are face down. The penalty is that one of these cards gets flipped face up. This card is now eliminated from the game. It's essentially as though this card has been killed off. And if at any point both cards are eliminated, then that player is eliminated, and the goal of the game is to be the last player left standing. The person who's telling the truth would take their card, they'd put it in the deck, shuffle up the deck, draw a new card, put that one face down in front of them so that you don't know what that new card is. However, it's also possible that the person who said they were the Duke is lying. And if you say, you got me, I was lying, you're going to turn up one of your cards face up, and now that card is eliminated from the game. On your turn, you're going to take whatever action you're going to take. It's going to pass left. You're going to keep on going around. What actions you can take are all spelled out on this player card right here. So we'll go through them really quickly. First of all, you could not take an action specific to a specific role or specific to a given role. On your turn, you can always just take income, in which case you take 1 coin from the middle of the table. You can always take foreign aid, in which case you just take 2 coins from the middle of the table. And why you wouldn't do that instead of taking income, we'll get to in a second. Third thing you can do is you can coup somebody. When you coup somebody, you're going to pay 7 coins. It says that player, you choose a player to lose influence. Losing influence means turning a card face up and killing off that card. I may use the word kill at some later point in this video. I apologize if I make that mistake. As far as I'm concerned, functionally, it's the same as killing them. So if I pay 7, I coup somebody, they turn one of their cards face up. That card is eliminated from the game. Then there are the actions that you can take specific to each role. So if you are the Duke, which is this card right here, you can tax, which means you take 3 coins from the middle. If you are the Assassin, which is this card right here, you pay 3 coins and you assassinate another player. So you choose somebody, you put 3 coins into the middle, and now they have to turn one of their cards face up or one of their cards gets killed off. If you're the Ambassador, you exchange cards with the court deck. So what you would do is you would draw 2 cards. You take those cards, you take the cards you already had face down. You choose which cards you want to keep face down in front of you. Put the other 2 back into the deck and shuffle up your deck. If you already have 1 card face up when you use the Ambassador, you would draw 2 cards. You now have 3 cards. You choose which of the 3 you want to keep and put the other 2 back into the deck and again, shuffle them up. If you are the Captain, you can steal or take 2 coins from another player. And the Contessa, there's no action that you can do on your turn if you're the Contessa. Some roles also have counter actions. These are things you can do on somebody else's turn. So if somebody on their turn says they want to take foreign aid, you can say, I'm the Duke, in which case your special counter action is you get to block foreign aid. So if someone says they're going to take foreign aid, they would go to take these 2 coins. You say, I'm the Duke, I block the foreign aid. They have to put the 2 coins back. It works the same way as it does if they want to challenge you on your turn. If they don't think you're the Duke, they can challenge you. Same as before. If you are the Duke, you reveal it. They take the penalty. If you're not the Duke, you lose a life. You take that penalty. Key thing is anyone can challenge you whenever you declare that you have any card. So if you go to take foreign aid and I block you because I have the Duke, a totally different third player could challenge that on the Duke, and then it would still work just as though anybody else challenged me. The assassin has no counteraction. The ambassador or the captain can block somebody from stealing from them. So if I say, I'm the captain, I'm going to steal 2 coins from you, you could either say I'm the ambassador, or you could say I'm the captain, and you would block them. And then finally, the Contessa can block an assassination. So if I try to assassinate you, you can say, I am the Contessa. So if I'm the assassin, I would spend the 3 coins to try and assassinate you. You say you're the Contessa, you block me, so the assassin doesn't kill you, I still lose those 3 coins. So those are all the actions. Those are all the counteractions. There's 2 other things I'll point out, these rules that could hypothetically come up. If I am the assassin, or if I claim to be the assassin, I try and assassinate you, and you challenge whether or not I'm the assassin, and I reveal that I am the assassin, you're going to lose both of your cards. You're going to lose 1 card because I assassinated you, and you're going to lose another card because you failed in your challenge. At the same time, if you say you're the assassin and I claim to be the Contessa, you challenge me and it turned out I was lying, I'm going to lose both my cards. I'm going to lose 1 card because you assassinated me, and I'm going to lose another card because I lied and was caught in my lie about being the Contessa. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is if at any point you start your turn with 10 or more coins, you have to coup somebody. Couing somebody cannot be blocked by an assassin. Couing somebody cannot be blocked by a Contessa. Contessa can only block an assassination attempt. That's how you play coup. Enjoy.